All right, I got to turn this off. I don't know how to turn it off. How do we turn the music off? There we go. Hello. We're probably early. Welcome. We've got all 15 people. I'm sure more people will join. Welcome to the Christmas edition of the Mover Mailbag Live. I've got winners for the Thrustmaster stuff, which is awesome. Special thanks to Thrustmaster for providing the full flight kit and the T-Flight HOTAS 4. So hope you guys are all doing great. This is the video for the week. So maybe eventually I'll do Firefox and all the other stuff, but whatever. It's Christmas, or it's about to be. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. This first one from Charlie Mike. Good evening from Nigeria. Oh, cool. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Glad everybody could join. You see we've got the Christmas tree has been erected, and we're in the Yuletide spirit here. Here's a puppy. Let's see. It says, Merry Christmas, sending heartfelt wishes of joy and peace this season. May faith and hope lead you your days to receive the greatest gift of all. From my spirit to yours, CC. And it says, if you could be anywhere this holiday season, where would you be? Here, with my puppers. Very happy. And it says, cuddle the doggies, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. That is awesome. This other one comes from Greg as well. Hello. Hello from Indiana. India. Not Indiana. India. This is a handwritten note, and it says, Mr. Lemoyne, my name is Austin, and I am 24 years old. I'll be graduating in April of 23 with my degree in mechanical engineering. As long as things go as planned, I will finish with over a 3.0. I grew up next to Selfridge Air Base, where they currently fly the A-10. It's a good jet. I'm aware of bogey dope and would be willing to move almost anywhere if it meant I was flying Viters. I would like to strive towards staying local, though. The three closest bases to me are Selfridge, Toledo, and Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne's transitioning to the F-16, by the way. Even if, let's see, at these bases, would it be worth trying to contact these bases? Yes. Or should bogey dope be the main site where I look for a pilot slot? So, I mean, bogey dope's it's an asset, it's a tool. But the way I got started was I just cold called people, found out who was in charge of hiring, and go from there. You know, make them tell you no. You've got opportunities just by showing initiative. Let's say I get picked up for a pilot slot. Is my significant other going to be able to move with me? Yes. While I go through the pipeline, or will she be forced to stay back and wait for me? So, UPT, yes. OTS, no. But that's only like 13 weeks. All of your other training, yes. Lots of dudes. In fact, Deuce, he had his family with him the whole time. It was awesome. Love meeting his family. Heather was a great person. Have you heard of pilots having trouble getting hired at companies because of them needing to dedicate more time to the Air National Guard than the typical 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year? That is actually a violation of USERRA. Does it happen? Maybe, but that's actually a violation of federal law. I'm probably at least a year away from pursuing this, as I want to pay off the little bit of student loans I have, and also plan to get my PPL when period. That's a period there. When is a good time to start reaching out to units to get my name out? See, you're a junior? I would say now. Yeah, I'd say now. Thank you for taking the time to answer. Keep up the great content on YouTube. You've answered many of my questions already through the other videos. Yep, and I've got that frequently asked questions stuff, but I would say now. I mean, now's the time to start getting your application together. Bogey Dope is a great resource. And start, going to hiring boards. Get practice. Take the AFOQT. Take all the tests and stuff that you need. Let's see what the comments are saying. Have you ever had a chance to do a patch swap? No, I'm not. People send me patches. I'll be honest, I'm not hugely interested in patches because I don't have any place to put them. But no, I don't get, it's so hard to get patches from the squadron, which I'm not really in a squadron anymore, so very tough to swap. Merry Christmas from India. Yes, Merry Christmas. Thank you. All right, and this one is an actual package. And I have the knife this time. I didn't forget. So there is this. I hope you're all doing very well. It is the, this comes from Renee. it is a card. You always have to read the card first. It's rule number 1 besides don't be a douche. Hope you guys liked that video. I can tell you the analytics on the channel aren't what they used to be, but that's okay. We do what we think is interesting and fun, even if it's a small crowd. Just like the racing videos, you know. I'm going to still do them, even though nobody watches them, because I like them. That's my favorite ones. It says, for every kindness you've shown this year and every bit of happiness you've given others, this is a big, bright, shining wish for a very Merry Christmas. And the note says, hope Christmas brings you love and happiness. You deserve it, Renee. And Renee has sent me something else. Very securely packaged, which is good. Sometimes things show up. Oh, cool. It's another, I think this is a blue Corvette with the big wang. We'll put that one by the C8 over here. I have to get a carabiner, hook it on there. That is awesome. Oh, and is this something else? Oh, yeah. Check it out. You can go right next to, we'll have a 2-ship now. So this tree is slowly becoming very full of accoutrements. So thank you, Renee. That is awesome. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I'll put that right there. And thanks. So you guys are wondering about the what you call it, the contest. I'll stop. I say congratulations, Hilo PPL. That was actually 2 years ago. Believe it or not, it's been a minute now. We're going on a year since I got my commercial. Boy, does time fly. We did the commercial last year. I don't know if we're going to do a year in review this year because it's been such a crappy year, and I'd hate to review a year that's been like this, but we will see. We will see. Does the AFOQT impact pilot selection? Yes, it does. Scores are important. I mean, they have to distinguish you somehow. I mean, there are so many other qualified applicants that they're going to distinguish you by, you know, scores, grades, extracurricular activities, flying hours, stuff like that. But, all right, the moment you've all been waiting for. So, first real giveaway, I guess, since we've done in a while. It's been a long time since I've done a giveaway. I did one with the books a long time ago. And you guys can't see this, but so I asked you as part of this giveaway to send me your favorite quote from any of my books. So any book, that was the deal. And tell me which one you wanted to win, whether it was the full kit or that one, and I would pick. And if you ended up being from a foreign land, you would have to pick up shipping. Unfortunately, one of the winners was from a foreign land, and that's bad on me because it didn't make sense for them to even pay shipping because the TRP, the Total Flight HOTAS 4, is such a good value that it's actually cheaper just to buy it if you live somewhere other than the United States than it is to ship it. It was like $80 to ship it, and right now they're on sale at Adorama for about $45, and you get Top Gun Maverick. So it made no sense. So one of the winners was that. I'll try to figure out a way to maybe send them a book or something. But I do want to go through all the contestants, share with you kind of what people have said. I thought it was really cool because as a writer, you kind of, feedback is the most important part, but you also like to see what resonates with people, what you've done that people enjoy and people say. So I'll read these. This one's from Jen. Her favorite quote, I'll keep coming back to, is, "I'm going to go jump in the bay now." It cracked me up the first time I read it, and it still makes me giggle. It's pretty unique, but for reference, it's a Spectre quote near the end of Archangel Fallen. I do also have a favorite new quote, but it could qualify as a spoiler. Yeah, so that's the end of Inno Justice, so I can't read that one, but it is a spoiler for sure. But people love that one. And so just so you know, for the end of for what's going on with the series, it's just been slow. I'm writing that science fiction book right now. Haven't been able to write a lot lately. once that's done, then maybe I'll go back and pick up the Kruger stuff, Kruger / Spectre series / other stuff that I was working on. All right, so Matthew says, I'd like to enter the giveaway. I had to re-listen to the audiobook to remember the quote, and it's from Spectre Rising, and he says, then where is that jet, asshole? And so that was, the whole point of Spectre Rising was he's trying to find this missing F-16, and everybody thinks it's crashed, and he's the only one that, kind of has this hint that something else is going on, and it's interesting that this is the one he picked, but it's a really good quote. All right, this next one comes from Kale, and Kale says, big fan of your channel. My favorite quote comes from the Executive Reaction book, which, if you don't know that one, the 747 Air Force One, it involves the president and Midway Island. What can I say? I'm an aviation enthusiast. Spectre says that. So, yeah, that is a good one. This one's a winner. I have not heard back from him, so this is no particular order. But this one actually was the winner overall. So, Chris, if you're listening, hey, reply to the email I sent you. It says, I'm Chris. I've subscribed to your channel. Love every single video, especially Mover Ruins Movies. I don't know if I'm too late for the giveaway, but I figured I would try. Make them tell you no. I like it. I have some of your books and read them all the way through about twice every month. That is dedication. My favorite book is Finney Flight. I am 13 years old. That's impressive. I didn't think kids that young read my stuff or even watched this channel. I want to be a fighter pilot. I'm trying to start DCS. Here's my favorite quote. A former fighter pilot must take down a top-secret organization hell-bent on world domination with the help of a few unlikely friends. I think it's hilarious because it really sounds like your books. So I think it's funny that Spectre wrote a book because he sounds just like you. I really hope I'm not late. I love your videos and that I can get the full flight kit. So Christopher, please contact me. Also, as I said in my email to you, get your parents' permission. Don't go willy-nilly sending your address to strangers on the internet. But get your parents' permission, and then if they're cool with it, send me an address to mail this out. I'll get this out today. So you are our first winner. And I liked it. I mean, kids trying to start DCS, so worthy cause. I had a couple people that said, they just wanted to enter, but if they won, give whatever they won to somebody else. So even if he hadn't had that. And then I like this quote because I had forgotten about it. So I went back and searched it, and no kidding. That is Kruger reading the back matter of a book that Spectre is writing during the start of Finney Flight. So that's really cool that he picked up on that and that he's a reader and that he's doing that. So I'm very honored to have younger fans, younger people that are reading my stuff, and really cool. So like I said, get your parents' permission and then respond to the mailbag. So I had a lot of these. Saxon that liked that Marcus would say effing Democrats. It's so funny. I've read some of the reviews and some people get triggered by that, which is so hilarious because they can't distinguish between a character and fiction, and that's one character's persona versus they think that now I'm part of some grand conspiracy because I have a character that says that. So was funny there. Next one's from Bo. Bo says, I saw earlier doing a giveaway. I thought it was really cool. Just started getting into flight simulators. I've been watching your channel for 3 years now. Enjoy your videos. I liked it at the beginning when Alvarez says, your government will never find out. I thought it was funny because if you randomly say it out of context, it sounds really sketchy. I think that was a really great book, too, with a lot of emotions, actions, and making interesting read. I think it's really cool what you're doing giveaway. I really hope to take my simulator experience to the next level. Next one is Philip. Do you really think that's true? Are you sure she's not having coitus with somebody else? From Spectre Rising. Yeah, there was a whole love triangle, or not a love triangle. Well, I guess it is a love triangle. This next one was the third winner, because the second winner was actually, turns out, was somebody in the UK, and it wasn't, we talked about it and it didn't make sense. I'll get to that one here in a little bit. So this is the runner-up that actually will be the next one. But I'd like to enter your giveaway, and this is from Archangel Fallen, which is the third book. I can't just walk away and pretend like it never happened. And the reason it was special, or I liked, is because they follow up and say, this was said by Special Agent Michelle Decker and sets up a great cat and mouse game between some very strong-willed people. And I think that's a great characterization. So really kind of hits home on that, like what was going on there. So congratulations to Rents. We've already made contact, so that is the winner of the Flight HOTAS 4, not the full flight kit. From Sean, my favorite quote was Avoid, Negotiate, Kill, which is the second book. Don't worry, Mr. Martin, you're going to die, but not tonight. I'm going to take the life out of you inch by inch until I get bored with you. Wow. Somebody likes the... Yeah, that's a good one, too. Then Chapman says, who are you, Victor asked. I was her fiance. Finished Spectre Rising on the beach in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. Mover's discretion. Carolyn says, he told us to say pineapple and get him at the bend in the road near Barra. Pineapple stuck out to me because it means hospitality. Ironic. Avoid, negotiate, kill. Good book. You hit your stride in this one. That's the second book. We had a lot of people here. Quote, you are my soulmate, my other half, my Symbolon, Spectre Rising, because my wife would get it. Yep. And this was one, if I win, give the gift to somebody else, probably some youngster that has indicated some interest in aviation. I have enough. That is awesome. Christmas spirit. I love it. I can't say I have a favorite quote. This is from Lou, but my favorite character is Kruger and his use of the word bub. Here you go. Thanks, bub, Kruger said as he took the package and closed the door. Helios Conspiracy, page 444. Since I have no setup and wonder whether it would work on the Mac, Thrustmaster full kit. So I don't think it will actually work on the Mac. I think you're going to have, because you can't play DCS or Microsoft. Can you play Microsoft? I don't think you can play Microsoft Flight Sim either. Let's see. And here was Chris. His favorite quote was, I am the sheepdog, those MFers. Short and to the point. I like that one. Mover was difficult to pick one quote I love the most, but I guess the Spectre quote from Executive Reaction made me giggle. Oh, goody. I've always wanted to follow the president around Southeast Asia like a lost puppy. I've got this taste of sarcasm that made me love the series. This next one comes from Wooter. I'd like to enter the giveaway. I get sick when I have to fly in the back. Said by Major Jonathan Sparky Lynch in Finney Flight. So, Sparky, that was me making fun of a friend of mine, which was just a little Easter egg there. But it was a good quote. And then Mark likes, holy shit, that was insane. Sims shouted, I think I peed a little in Archangel Fallen. Sims was a bad guy turned almost not a bad guy. He was just a terrible bureaucrat. Ryan says, my favorite quote, and I apologize, my punctuation is off. Sound of freedom, Tuna said, after hearing the A-10s outside. A-10s, F yeah. Tuna. This is the Alex Shepard story from Absolute Vengeance. He's wanting to dust off the A-10C model, so that's cool. Hey, Mover, thanks for doing the giveaway. This is from Art, another one that likes the effing Democrats, and he also added two quotes. Helios Conspiracy, I'm going to kill you, bub. And then next paragraph, Yeager says, of course you are. Not knowing that is what's going to happen. Spoiler alert. Yeah, Kruger, that was a fun scene to write, that showdown there, because it built up. There was so much of a build-up with how much of an asshole Yeager was. I have an idea that will cause panic in the heart of every parent in America. I had to laugh at all the possible punchlines before I got to the next line from Muhammad, which isn't funny. David is talking about, if I remember right, that is from that's from Stand Against Evil. It's either Stand Against Evil or it's from Brick by Brick at the end when the lead, and I'd have to look, but that's the terrorist basically that creates Absolute Vengeance. Glenn Jacobs, fan of the channel, been watching for a while. I see his stuff all the time. Says, come on, bub. Oh, I can't say that one. Damn. Yeah, it's another one. It's a good one, but it's a spoiler. Sorry. And here's Nathan. Unfortunately, our winner from across the pond. Like I said, we'll try to figure something out to make that right. But I thought it was a very insightful entry into the thing, and that's why it would have been, at least the second place there. He says, just want to say I love what you do and inspired me to become a pilot, so thanks for giving me a dream, I suppose. It's the price of fighting a war during peacetime, is what's said in Stand Against Evil. Truly thought-provoking quote. What got you into the fighting forces? Well, I've got a whole video on that, but or how I became a fighter pilot. But that's a good point. You know, fighting a war during peacetime. We've been fighting wars. You know, we withdrew from Afghanistan last year, and we've been at war for 20 years. But to the rest, you know, unless you were actually in the conflict, it's really everywhere else was basically peacetime. So, and people kind of forgot that we were at war in a lot of ways. Anyway, that is the last of the entries there. I did have an invitation, which I need to respond to, about doing Oshkosh in July formation. I'll get back to you on that one. So that's one I've got flagged here. But that's it for the mailbag stuff, or the emails. Let me go try to catch up on the chat. So let's see here. Madison says, will you be going to another squadron? I have no idea. No idea. I don't know. I almost was doing rotary. I'm a helicopter pilot, commercial helicopter pilot. I've been doing videos, but I almost did that as a military job, but that didn't happen. You think you will ever be advanced enough? We will ever. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. I mean, the space shuttle was hypersonic. I mean, that's not that huge of a leap there. There will be better years, boy. I hope so. I really am hopeful that 2023 is much better. Trying to set it up to be a better year. Got a lot of things like in line to try to make it awesome. So that's the plan. Yeah, the review and the bad is important. It is. There's the problem though is I don't want to make it worse because there's a lot of stuff that's still ongoing. So that's really as much as I can say. Aviation comments about Final Countdown? Yep, Gonky and I did that movie. And I interviewed one of the pilots from the filming, so go check those out. My favorite quote is, what the hell's going on around here? Yep. I've sent you an email asking about pilot watches. I mean, so I'm not really a watch guy, but right now we're in a Garmin Phoenix. They issued us the Phoenix 5, and it broke, so I bought a Phoenix 6. Before that, I used a Casio G-Shock for like 15 years, and that's it. There's 2 watches I've had flying. Why not do a riding log in a Russian fighter plane? Do you have a Russian fighter plane that I could use? I mean, sure. Would like more Mover ruins. You got a great sense of humor. Yeah. They're just not my favorite. They're not my favorite. I mean, mostly because of how triggered people get in the comment section. I mean, they're fun to do, but it's just, personally, you want to know what my favorite stuff to do is? Like, when I flew the candy cane helicopter, anything that's action, when I drove the race car a couple weeks ago, when I did the track day with the vet, picking up the Corvette at the Corvette Museum, stuff where it's going and doing stuff are more interesting to me and more fun, especially when I can, make it a little cinematic and have fun with the editing. Mover, can you ruin Gonky's movies? Does Gonky have a movie that I don't know about? You can play flight gear, though. We have military simulation there. I don't know what that means. Where are you reading from? Is it not the live chat? I was reading from my email, because from all the contest was from my email. Mover, there's another present in that box. Oh, I got them all. Oh, wait. Nope, you're right. Ha! Oh, cool. Thanks for telling me that. Check that out. That is my badge number, by the way. Isn't that funny? Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, Renee. That's awesome. Thanks for telling me, too. It's so light, I couldn't tell. That's the danger with these things. Yep. As soon as so, people always, whenever there's a mishap or something, people send me like 200 messages, and they're like, "Have you seen this?" Yes, I've seen it, but also like I'm not going to do. I am not. This is not that channel. This is not that channel. I'm not the person that has tried to be first. I'm not the person that is trying to come up with all these wild speculative theories on stuff. I wait until official sources have put out official information. And the closest I went to, like, not quite official was the preliminary NTSB report, because I felt like we had a lot of information to talk about what they'd put out on the B-17 crash. But typically, I like to wait for the final report so that it is factual. And then I can explain what it means, but it's their results of their investigation. Because if anything I've learned is people are usually wrong. They love to jump to conclusions, but also it's out of respect for those who are doing it, out of respect to those who are involved, both of, on the investigative side and the mishap side, that were either victims or parties to it or whatever. But also, like, an investigation, anytime you have something serious, an investigation has to happen, whether it's criminal, whether it's civil, whether it's administrative, whether it's a mishap. And it's not fair for people to make wild accusations and wild claims without knowing all the facts. And so that's why I wait. That's it. I think it's a professional thing to do. You should try. How do you do that? I don't know. If you ever have time, can you explain what a shit hot break is? Yes, it's very different than the Air Force, because the Air Force has no such thing. The Navy, we'll get Gonky to explain it. He's better. No, I don't want to leave my dogs. I like them too much. Good morning. Merry Christmas. Love the tree, yes. It's quite lovely. Got a friend buying a MiG-17. Boy, that sounds interesting. Does sound awesome. Wishing you an awesome 2023. You too. You too. It's gotten better. If you'd asked me this back in March, April, things were rough. And it shows. I mean, it shows in the videos that I put out this year. This has not been that year. But hopefully next year will be better. Favorite videos are the ones where you have your friends around. Yeah, Bo's around. We just haven't done anything. I need to get him back on the channel. We haven't done anything. Like when people started getting obsessed with the aviation side, Bo is more the shooting, the law enforcement, stuff like that. Yes, it's called Top Gun. Gonky is the real Maverick. That's awesome. Kate, I'm not going to post this because it looks a little personal, but 100%, 2023's got to be better. That's it. No. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. I'm more interested in the B-2 bomber that is blocking the runway. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, plebe year. Oh, you're, okay. Interesting. First refusals like tempted to eBay it. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's from this. I've got a Top Gun Maverick cinema ticket with the F-18 seat on it. Interesting. Thanks for spending your time on us, Mover. You're an inspiration. I enjoy it. Like I like, answering the mailbags and doing this stuff. The interviews have been cool. Like there's been a lot of awesome opportunities. Advanced racing. Speaking of racing, what do you guys think? I almost want to do this. I want to do a video on how awesome have you guys seen The Road to Le Mans with Michael Fassbender? It's my guilty pleasure. I've been watching that so much because not only is it cool from a racing perspective, I think psychologically there's a lot of good to it because, yes, he's an actor. He's got unlimited funds and Porsche is sponsoring him. But I think it's really cool, especially as somebody that's going to turn 40 in 2 months, the fact that he started racing as a second career at age 39. And he's doing this in his mid-40s now. And I just think it's awesome because I see the struggles because I've been through them, and I see the commitment and the possibility and the fact that, they're just because somebody says, you're too old, you can't do it or whatever, doesn't mean that's true. You do have to make them tell you do have to overcome. So I really think that's an awesome series, and if you haven't checked it out, it's really great because the episodes are real short, or they used to be. Now they're about 20 minutes, but really, really great series. Anyway, do Jet's weapons perform different in the cold? Yes. Yes, they do. You can overspeed the gear in an F-16 on a cold day. Same thing with a T-38, very easily. Can we get Gonky to do a video about life on... Go tell him to start making videos on his channel, and we need to get that up and going, because we still got that Manchester. I get to slap him if he doesn't quit his airline job when he hits 100,000. Could there be, how do you... So the thing about Mover Ruins, right, is it's sarcasm. It's me making fun of or pointing out, how we would do something in real life. A documentary is supposed to be real, so I don't know how you'd mix those two. I've never watched Top Gear. No. Road to Lamont, to the lawman. Oh boy, what's your setting? And I have no idea. 40 something maybe. I don't know. You'd have to ask Wags. That's the guy. If you slide into Joe's DMs and tell him who you are, he might be interested in doing an interview. Who is Joe? Oh, Joe Rogan? I don't even know where his DMs are. Merry Christmas, Mover. Love the brief and debrief videos. I think there's a lot of good nuggets of truth that can translate to us non-melody. Absolutely. It's all about learning. It's about learning and structure and making sure that, you're not out there just wasting your time. Get something out of it. Have a plan. You may want to review CinemaSin's review of Maverick. Anything related to Maverick brings a huge view count. Yeah, I'm just tired of it. I feel like that horse is dead. Hi, Mover. I've seen you doing a fan break when flying DCS with Gonky. I couldn't find how it's done overhead. Can you please really quickly explain how it differs from normal overhead? Sure. So normal overhead, you have we'll call it the Air Force overhead, right? You have a pitch out. So, 5 seconds, whatever. So lead aircraft brakes. 5 seconds later, 3 seconds, however long your pitch out, usually 5. So it sets you up on downwind. In a fan brake, you give them the come with me, and so you both go the same time. So lead rolls, you roll, lead pulls, Hayaka, you play the turn to roll out behind him. I think it looks cooler. Did you ever get to meet JTACs you work with in Iraq? No. I mean, I met JTACs in Iraq, but I never got to meet the ones that I worked with. That would have been cool. Did you see the thread on Ward Carroll's channel? Nope, I don't watch Ward Carroll. Any interest in flying the new cast plane? Yes. Just stop at any interest in flying. So, yes. Hornet, sorry. What is a pizza burger hot dog? That looks disgusting. In racing, for instance, when you're 20, your reflex are fat. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. You can overcome a lot of things with wisdom and experience. I mean, just because you might have a tenth of a second faster reflexes does not mean that is going to change a whole lot in the outcome. I mean, look at the experienced guys like Dale Earnhardt, like Waltrip. Those guys, Andretti, real experienced racers do really well. Let's see. Which platform is your favorite? It just depends on what we're doing. I like them both. I have no idea how to find the series you're talking about, so just Google Road to Le Mans, Michael Fassbender, Fassbender. It's on the Porsche channel. You should do Mover Ruins Aloha. Emma Stone, huh? Have you ever experienced severe turbulence in a fighter? I mean, I've experienced turbulence. I don't know about severe. Severe's, I mean, that's usually somebody gets hurt. Can the G limit in the Hornet be easily overcome? Yeah, you can paddle off the limiter, but whether you should is another story. Exactly. You crash faster when you're young. I'm telling you, there's something to be said about the wisdom and the experience, that comes with it. Not for everybody, but I think they're depending on, person to person specific. I think there is a lot there. Yeah, Rodney says the same thing. Hello from the UK. Yeah, Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby, of course. He went from pit crew to if you ain't first, you're last. Oh, what'd you drive? What kind of racing did you do? Did I not say that? I think I said that. I don't know. Happy holidays, Mover. What's the funniest phrase you've heard or said on the radio during your career in aviation? I don't know. My favorite was T-Bears, and I put this in my book, or one of the books, was I could agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. That's still my favorite. Le Mans. Lemans. Le Mans. Le Mans. It's French. Get with the times. Yeah, I don't agree with you. No such thing as too old. It sounds like something somebody in their 20s would say, to be honest with you. Have you ever seen a UFO? No. If you were part of a real story made into a film, which actor would you like to play you? I would like to play me. Congratulations, you just played yourself. Good afternoon, sir. So good to see you. Thanks, Ringo. I'm 50. Well, then you should know better. Fast reflexes is less than knowing when to flex. Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, that's all I got for today. We've been doing this for 40 minutes. Oh, here we go. Mostly European international karting, where I achieved an international champion title in 2014. Went on until 2016 and retired for personal reasons. Now mainly less with modifying street cars. That's awesome. Yokohama. Well, that's awesome. Hello, Jane Doe. If Gonky had a stream, I'd ask him if now that it looks like Congress is eliminating the mandate, would he be going back? He never left. He's been in the whole time. It's just opportunities have been denied him. So I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, Paul Newman was racing well past 50. Dick Trickle didn't even start till he was in his late 40s. I don't know a lot of F1, but I mean, how hard could it be? It's like all computers and stuff now. Turn the active handling off and get in a real race car. Womp womp. Do you see sometimes confidential or secret data specification about military There's no S for aircraft. Like on Wikipedia, I don't know how to answer that. You lost me at aircrafts. Some time ago, you alluded to something possibly exciting coming up about the Gripen. Is that still in the pipeline? Yes. It's just now it's 2023. John Force is 72 and still kicks ass. So does his daughter. Reflexes versus muscle memory required for much experience. Latter is better, but I'm an old. Yeah. Maybe I would have agreed with that in the 20s. But I can tell you, just like BFM, Top Gun Maverick was right. Old man BFM, I mean, you can have the best reflexes in the world if you don't know what you're looking at. They're the best. When I was young, I was very proficient at BFM when I was brand new in the squadron because I flew a lot. But I still could not beat the dude that had been flying the Viper since he did test and demos in the early 80s. He could gun you anywhere, and he never pulled 9Gs. So there's a lot to be said about age, wisdom, experience. Hey, it's Gonky himself. Go subscribe to Gonky's channel. Gonky is here with us today, gracing us with his presence. I just got hooked up with the Western Pennsylvania Folds of Honor. I'm going to Pennsylvania, actually. I'll be going up to Lebanon for a night or a day in January. They really do the Lord's work, man. I'm going to do a charity DCS stream once the channel gets a little bigger. Any suggestions? No. No, that's it. Do that. Be awesome. 71 Mustang sports roof. Oh, wow. Yeah. If you go to YouTube's suggested page, there's some aircrafts. It says fixed wing aircrafts, and I don't know how to tell them to stop that. I would love to. Like YouTube, if you're watching, stop that. Because it's just no. Like, that's the one thing. I love it when somebody tells me to research. No, I'm not going to research it. What is the cutoff age for becoming a pilot in the Air Force? 32? 33. 32 Navy, 33 Air Force. The double plural of aircrafts. Have you ever flown F-16 apart from the F-18? What does that mean? What is... They've never been together. Will you be driving any more cars? Yes, I am. But I'm too old, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's a non-native thing, is to put S's on everything. Cheers from Venezuela. Good luck to you guys, whatever you're doing down there. Hope it works out. YouTube is always gonna watch, yeah. No, I'm not going to. Because anytime somebody says do your research, it usually involves something that they're wrong about. Like when the chemtrails thing, they would always say do your research. Or flat Earth people say do your like. If you have to say do your research and you can't just tell me what your argument is, it's very easy to dismiss it. Because I'm not going to do your research. I don't have time for that. Not to be mean. I'm sure you're a lovely fellow. Mover, what are you doing up here? That's a few hours from me. Well, it involves cars. I'll tell you that much. It's not a book signing. It's a car thing. Any interest in doing drag racing? I've done it. I mean, I like drag racing. I'd rather do some oval stuff. I was not a CFI. When I first applied to fly, I didn't even have an instrument ticket. All I had was my private pilot's license and about 270 hours. What do you think of mobile device flight sims? Useless. I don't use them. We need another Wombat Gonky Mover stream. Yeah. It's hurting cats. Oh boy, there we go. There we go. It was never a thing. It was a theory. It never actually happened. Happy holidays from the UK. Keep going with the great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We need the Gonky. Yeah, tell Gonky. Gonky, where you at, dude? Are you still on here? The people demand answers. I'm waiting for my desk mounts to come in so I can mount my Thrustmaster Warthog to a desk and then maybe fly. Oh my God! I don't need to prove it. Can you? You can't prove a negative, right? I mean, it's never mind. That explains it all. You should do a giveaway so the winner gets to fly. We did that. We actually did that. We did that for the Folds of Honor, Fight for Honor, 2019, 2020. Like all the Folds of Honor charity events, we did that. When are we going to see you versus Wombat on the track? Well, it's hard to find something that Wombat can track because the Mustang won't. His F-150, I guess. He's got a new X7. I don't know what he's going to track. Oh my God! Shut up, Wingnuts. Just shut up. Just shut up. He gave a presentation about a theory. Just stop. Stop yourself. Sure, where am I going to get a Corvette? Because you're sure not getting mine. Yeah, that's the way you should depart Nashville. If you're departing from Nashville, use burner. Yes, I've driven Atlanta Motor Speedway too. In fact, I've thought about this. You guys want to see that video? Because I did the video of me as a kid doing the T-34. I've got some video of me at one of those, like, this was before the Richard Petty. It was called Speed Tech, and I drove Atlanta and Rockingham, and it was awesome. I got to drive the little Craftsman Truck Series truck. A lot of fun. Is the fun? No, it's not gone. It's just with everything that went on this year, it's just a sensitive subject. And when if I can ever tell the story of what went so horribly wrong this year, I will. But it's kind of a sore subject. Don't know, but wouldn't discuss it on this channel if I did. Sure. I do not want a Ferrari. I don't want a Ferrari. Does Gonky wear his flight jacket while driving his minivan? He actually drives his diesel truck. He doesn't drive a minivan. Yes. It is. The A10 has its purpose. Any chance to see the Atlanta flyover again? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. No, you cannot have a beard in the Air Force. Anytime you see me in a beard, I'm not doing anything military related. We've done a Mover Casmo collab video. We did Mover Ruins movies at Firebirds, and I interviewed him. Yep, that's the goal. 2023. Hanging it all out there. We'll see what happens. Thoughts on that, guys? Wall finished the other month. I mean, it's awesome. Reminds me of Days of Thunder. I don't think it's something that you can easily repeat. You know, it's probably just a once in a generation thing, but I thought it was really cool. Have you seen the pink cougar? What now? I don't know. No. You can have a mustache. You just can't have Robin Olds. You just can't have a beard. All right. Well, that'll do it for today. Again, views represented are my own. Do not represent the views of the DoD or its components. If you want to send me something, Mover Mailbag at cwandloin.com. Be doing some more racing. Thrustmaster has been kind enough to send me a new wheel. So I'll be doing some iRacing on my Twitch channel. Let's see what else we got here. If you want to mail me something, always email me, though, if you're going to do that, just to make sure I know to go pick it up. I appreciate everybody. Thanks for all the kind gifts. Thanks, Renee. This is really cool. I really appreciate that and really like the ornaments and stuff. This tree is going to be amazing. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. If I don't make another video before then, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, make it happy. And I will see you probably next time. Maybe not. We'll see. Take it easy.